Tap in, tap in. Welcome back to another episode of the Unapologetically Me with ADW podcast, and I am your host. If y'all haven't tapped into anything I've told y'all yet, please tap into Anchor. And if you haven't heard about it, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. You can be anywhere. You can be at the gym, on the road, and you can record from your phone. Also, you can invite friends to record with you. So everybody tapping in. Also, Anchor does all the work for you. As you record episodes and post them, they distribute the episodes to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Also, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's easy to make a podcast. So make sure y'all tap into Anchor, because I did. It's time to tap in. Lord God, I pray you give me the strength, the courage, and the boldness to be who you're calling me to be, unapologetically. Welcome back to another episode of the Unapologetically Me with ADW podcast, and I'm your host. Y'all, I'm excited about this episode because this is something that's near and dear to my heart. And I put some videos out about it, and then I got some feedback on my YouTube channel, so I wanted to come record an episode, put it on my social media, put it on my podcast, and pretty much I hope it serves somebody in the right way. I hope it helps somebody, to lead them in the right direction on how to find your purpose. So this is going to be how to find your purpose. So first, when we think about purpose, purpose is why you're here. It's doing what you were made to be doing what God created you to do, coming into that and walking in that. So your purpose is why you are here, is doing what you were created to do. So when you think about that, it's like, okay, in order to do what we were created to do, that means we have to connect with our Creator. God is the creator of all things. He created the heavens, the earth. He created everything. He's the creator of creation. So when you think about that, okay, that means you have to connect with God. You have to connect with God on a deeper level. So that's number one. That's the first way on how to find your purpose. Connect to your Creator. And connecting to God is praying and spending time with Him, is developing a consistent prayer life, and overall developing a relationship with God. Praying, reading, getting in the scriptures. Is you developing that relationship. You're building a relationship with the Lord. This is beyond religion. We're tapping into having a relationship with God. And having a relationship with God means talking to God daily. Having a consistent and a daily prayer life. Talking to God, spending time with Him. Not just going to Him, for certain things, but going to Him for everything. Allowing Him to be the head of your life. Building a relationship with the Lord. So that's number one, connecting to your Creator. And in that time when you're developing a consistent prayer life and a relationship with God, you're asking God to show you who you are. You're asking God to show you who you are. He created you, and, you're asking Him to show you who you are, show you what He made you to do, show you, release and bring out everything that's on the inside of you. All the good things, all the gifts, the talents, everything He put on the inside of you. You're asking God to show you who you are. So that's the first thing. You connect to God. You can develop a consistent prayer life, building a relationship with God. And that doesn't happen overnight. Like I say, it's a daily thing. When you think about any relationship, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're married, that takes work. That takes talking to your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend every day. It's an ongoing relationship. And it gets better with time, with communication. So it's the same thing. Just like our relationship with God, we have to talk to God on a consistent basis. We have to develop that relationship. We have to, even like you going throughout your day and it's something simple and you feel like you can't tell nobody. Open your mouth and talk to God and tell God that. Like He wants to know. He wants to be included in our lives and what we doing. So It's about developing a consistent prayer life, having a relationship with God. That's number one. Number two, change your mindset. The Bible tells us in Romans 12:2 to not to be conformed to the patterns of this world, will be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to prove what is God's good and perfect will for your life. That's Romans 12:2/3. So changing your mindset, meaning, okay, when you think about the pattern of the world is you doing what everybody else do, you following that path, you just doing what everybody else do. You're not doing something that's outside of what everybody else is doing. And when you change your mindset, you stop conforming to the patterns of this world. You're not focused on chasing the bag. You're not focused on chasing this and chasing that and all those material things. You know that life is deeper than that. It's about, you making an impact. You helping and change. You making a difference in somebody else's life. So, like I said, that's number two, to change your mindset. And you change your mindset by getting a repetition of new information. So when you sit back and think about mindset, okay, however your mindset is, it was shaped by all the things you've learned in your life thus far. All the things you learned in your life since a child until now. That's why your mindset is the way it is. It could be from things you heard, things you were taught, different experiences you've had. Whatever it is, all that has shaped your mindset, and that's why you think the way you think. Okay, so a repetition of new information, you're getting new and relevant information. If you want to be a entrepreneur, okay, you taking courses, you listening to audio podcasts, you watching YouTube videos, you just getting the right information that's going to change your mind and shift your mind and push it to where you want it to go and get it away from where it's always been. So changing your mindset is a repetition of new information. And like I say, that's just you stopping, you stop doing the things you used to do, thinking how you used to think, behaving how you used to behave. You stop conforming to the world. Like I say, when you focus on God and purpose, we can't have both. We can't be in the world and focus on what everybody else is doing and following the latest trends and all that and saying we want to find our purpose, because you're not gonna find it like that. That's not how that goes. Just like we're no longer of the world. We in the world, but we're not of the world. We don't think like everybody else. You don't do what everybody else do. So you have to change your mindset. That was number two. Number three, just sit down and just ask yourself, what do you do the best with the least effort? And when you think about it, it's probably your purpose. You probably been doing it for a long time and just never even realized the thought of it. But it's like you ask yourself what you do the best with the least effort. And for me, I've always been able to motivate others. Like, I've always just been positive. Sometimes I used to be negative, but for the most part, I've always been positive. I always knew how to motivate and uplift others. And then it's like the times where I didn't even have it in me to motivate me, it still was something in me that had it to uplift somebody else. Like to not even fully be speaking life into myself, but to speak it into somebody else. It sounds crazy. I know it probably sounds crazy. But like I say, as a motivator, like that's just always who I've been. It's always been in my nature to uplift another person. And I just always thought of it as a way of me just being positive. I never thought of it like, okay, April, that's your purpose. You meant to be, motivating people, uplift. You meant to have a, have some type of leadership role in helping others. I never looked at it like that or thought of it like that. I just felt like I was a positive person who, knew how to motivate others. If somebody having a bad day, somebody going through something, people always told me, I just have a calmness about myself. Somebody can come to me and vent and stuff like that. And after that, they felt better. So pretty much, like I say, even doing all that, I never thought of it and like, okay, this is my purpose. This is what I'm meant to be doing. Nothing like that. So me being positive, having the gift to motivate and uplift others is something that has always been in me. And I've always used it. But I never knew it was my purpose or thought about it like that. So that's why I say it's probably something you've been doing all your life, a gift you've been using, talents and everything like that. And you're going to use those things to fulfill your purpose. Your purpose is why you are here, is doing what you were made to be doing. Now, your gifts and your talents, all those things is what you're going to use to fulfill your purpose. It's what you use to fulfill your purpose. Okay, so that was number 3. Ask yourself, just sit down and just spend some time with yourself. Just get away from everything, everybody. Just start spending time with yourself. Get you a notebook, a journal, and just start writing. Just really ask yourself and think about what you do the best with the least effort. And whatever comes to your mind, whatever comes to your spirit, just begin to write it down. Write those things down. Think about the gifts that you have, the talents that you have. What are you good at doing? What do you do the best with the least effort? Like, what's something that comes super easy to you? So you just sit down and you just really asking yourself, and you spending time with yourself, and you really getting to know yourself on a deeper level. Because it's crazy, y'all. Like, we could be walking around as ourselves all our life, but not fully know ourselves because we haven't tapped in to that gold that's on you haven't tapped into that gold that's on the inside of you. So that's why you feel like you could see somebody else do something and they good at it, but you feel like you can't do that. The same way they can do it, you can do it too. You just have to tap into what's on the inside of you. So that's you digging deeper within yourself and your abilities to find out what you're really made of, y'all. That's what tap in comes from. Y'all know that's my thing, tap in. So that's where it comes from. You just really digging deeper within yourself. And, like I said, you getting to know yourself on a deeper level. So ask yourself what you do the best with the least effort. What comes so easy to you that, other people may have a hard time doing, or something they may struggle with. But for you, it's super easy. And number 4, go for it. Use these platforms. If you begin to sit down with yourself and God reveal to you that your gift is writing, He tell you that, you gifted in speaking, you just going to use your voice to help others in whatever way, whether it's on a podcast, whether you start a YouTube channel, whether you get a blog, whether you write a book. Whatever it is, use these platforms and take advantage of these platforms. That's why they are here. If you feel like God is, He put you have a voice on the inside of you. You want to speak, you want to share your story and the things you've been through to help others, help men, help women, whoever. But you feel like you're not ready to get on camera. Well, that's what podcasts are for. You don't have to get on camera and record videos, stuff like that. You can start you a podcast. Just begin to use your voice. When God reveals to you what you're good at, what your gift is, what your talent is, you start by serving it. Like I say, my gift is being a motivation to others. So when God showed me who I was and told me what my gift was, I started my podcast. When I first started my podcast, I began to serve my gift. Each episode, I'm serving. And in doing so, you serving your gift to others, you're helping others. And then throughout that process, it's like you really sharpening your gift. You're perfecting your craft throughout that process. So like I say, you just got to go for it. It's scary, it's uncomfortable, it's new, but no matter what, you know that there's more for you. You know that you're in an uncomfortable state, an uncomfortable season in your life for a reason. You know God is calling you to higher, and you know that you have a gift. So when God reveals to you what your gift is and everything like that, what your talents are, you're going to use those gifts to fulfill your purpose. So like I say, just go for it. It's scary, it's uncomfortable, it's new, but just go for it. And like I said, use these platforms, whether you start you a podcast, whether you write you a book, a blog, like whatever it is. Use these platforms because that's why they are here. That's what's going to help you to serve your gift. And you're serving it about getting it out to others. You don't know that a lot of times we may feel like something is not important to us. You may have went through something and overcame. It could be something as simple as depression. You may were in an uncomfortable season in your life and you feel like you was depressed and you overcame it. It's somebody out there in the world who's in that place right now, and they may feel like they can't overcome it. They may not know what to do. But when you begin to share your gift and share your gift to help others, and you begin to serve your gift, that's what it's about. It's helping others. Something that's small to you is major and so huge to somebody else. So like I say, y'all, you just gotta go for it. You have to go for it. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to just right away, starting off, you're not going to be super confident. Because when I first started my podcast, like from how I get on here and just talk so confidently now, it wasn't like that when I first started. When I first got on my podcast, my voice was shaky. I sounded scared. I sounded nervous, because it was new. But I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let that get in my way. I started and I kept going. Like each week, I kept coming back, kept doing the episode, kept talking, kept using my gift. And then the more I do it is the more I'm sharpening my gift and perfecting my craft. So that's what it's about. You have to start. You have to start doing it in order to see that growth, in order to see that progress. So I hope this helps somebody, y'all. Like I say, this is what's near and dear to my heart about purpose. And I find this to be the most effective and efficient way to find your purpose. Number one, you connect to God, who is your creator. You develop a consistent relationship with him, and that's praying, developing a consistent prayer life, asking God to show you who you are, who he made you to be, and just taking time to develop that intimate relationship with God. So, number one, connect to your creator. Number two, change your mindset. You change your mindset by getting a repetition of new information. So that means, and that looks like, not doing what you used to do, not going out. You may stop watching the news. You may do a lot of things because we don't even realize how much information we taking in that ain't good for us. So you pretty much, you silence all that stuff. And you switch it and you stop conforming to the world and doing what everybody else doing. But you renewing your mind by repetition of new information. Number three, sit down, get you a journal, start writing, and just really ask yourself, what you do the best with the least effort? What comes super easy to you that others may struggle with? Even if it's something super small, you feel like it ain't major, you feel like that ain't your purpose, still write it down. And number four, just go for it. Go for it. Use these platforms and just begin to serve your gift. Whatever your gift is, whatever your talent is, serve your gift. And the more you serve, the more God is going to show you who you are, reveal to you what your purpose is. Because I found my purpose by serving my gift. I knew I had a gift to motivate others. I started my podcast. I began to do it more and more and more. And then that's how I found coaching and, speaking and everything that I do. So you just have to do it. I know it's scary, it's uncomfortable, but you can do it. I encourage you today to just go for it. Go for it. And just know that you're going to grow as you go. So I just hope this serves as a help, as a guide to somebody. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My email is going to be in the description below. Make sure you reach out if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just comment below, because I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel as well. And just know that, if you found this video, if you found my channel, it is not by chance, it is not by accident, but it is a divine appointment. Because I am here to motivate, uplift, and encourage you to boldly and unapologetically step into the calling the Lord has placed on your life and to walk in your purpose. You are the chosen one, so let's get it.